Hello friends, welcome back to the Luna Galaxy. My name is Luna. I'm happy that you could be here, and we're going to be doing a tour of the Willow Creek Hospital that comes with Get to Work. Now, why would we want to tour that hospital? Well, we're not touring the base game hospital that comes with the DLC Get to Work. I have remodeled, upgraded, and updated the old hospital. Yes, you can upgrade the locations where you can physically go to work, places like the hospital, the police station, the vet's office. But there is a little trick that you have to do. When you go to visit there as a employee, or if you're having a baby or taking your dog or cat to the vet, you have to use the cheat code bb.enableFreeBuild. It will then allow you to edit the entire lot, save it, and even upload it to the gallery as a normal build, so you can have it forever or share it with the rest of the community. So that's what I'm doing here. I had originally built this on a different save file of mine, so I went ahead and saved it to my gallery. And so my current save that I'm using didn't have this. So just watch the steps that I'm doing, and then it'll show you how it is being placed. So what I'm doing in this beginning section of the video is I'm going to be showing you how it will actually be playable. Okay, so yes, it is a new build per se, but you have to make sure that you are still putting in the items that the medical location is needing for you to do your job as you advance. So there is my new build. I absolutely love this hospital. I was a little bit intimidated, and I'll talk about that more when we go through the tour of it. But when you place this down, you can still play through it. You can still go through and have your baby when you go visit the hospital. If you want to change the name of the hospital, you can in build mode, but it's not going to really matter in this factor like it does with another mod called Private Practice, where you name the hospital and you can kind of pick which hospital you want to go to, yada, yada, yada. So since we got here and I deleted everything, no one was in the right spot. So they're all running back to the hospital. And just like before, on the top left-hand side, you have to go through and do the procedures through your job. And you have to do all of the jobs. It still works the same. Nothing has changed. Nothing has been altered. The only difference with mine is that I do have two desks here. So Sims, I feel like more Sims come in now than they did before because I technically have two front desks. But I don't know. That's just me. Maybe my game is just like, hey, there's two options for us. And so I have Sims standing at one desk and standing at the other desk, even though there's one receptionist. But I usually don't have enough beds, but I'm actually fine with this amount of beds. I didn't want to make it too overpowering. It is 2 floors, but the other floor is used for my birthing mod. From Panda Sama. I always do that. But yeah, this is really, really fun. And thank you to everyone that has been downloading and asking. And the one thing that it does show up as a CC item, simply because I did create this to work with my realistic birthing mod, as well as the normal hospital. So if you don't have the birthing mod items, then they're just not going to show up. You can still download the hospital and you can use that upstairs for other stuff. And then the surgical room is still there. We have one of those. If you wanted to add another one, you could play with it. There's a lot more space upstairs that you can do a lot more with. But yeah, had a lot of fun with this, and you can go through and do a lot of playthrough with it. But let's go ahead and cut through, and I can show you the entire tour of this build because I really do love it. And it's not just saying it because it's my build, but I feel like this was one of the better quote-unquote community lots, I guess you want to say, that I did. And being that it is so functional for your sim, I am excited now to play a doctor. I actually have the sim that I only use to test this with, but I have been playing her life now for like the past hour, and I had to get off of it. I'm like, hey, I need to make this video. But yeah, I do like it a lot more now, and it just seems more inviting when you can redo it. Like, thank you for creating the game Sims, but the base game, we know the base game builds are very plain Jane, so I feel like this has brought it a little bit more to life for me. So let's go ahead and shoot over to the full tour of the hospital, and let me know what you think down in the comments. All right, so let's jump right into the tour of the full hospital. This is the full lot, and I don't know if you ever noticed that the front of the hospital, the original hospital, is actually backwards. What I'm showing you right now is the actual front for when you take the picture and put it in the gallery. This is the front. So that huge walkway, I had to flip it. So if you want it to face the other way, you're more than welcome to, but I wanted to get the clear shot of the picture for the gallery. So I thought that was funny that they actually placed their own build backwards, but I think it still kind of worked out. And I'm gonna go around and show you the full outside tour of the building. I did work out that parking lot the best that I could. I had to use my imagination since I turned it around the other way, but I think it worked out because I feel like, you know, having the front of the hospital, which is what I kind of made this front door to be like the main entrance, where if you need to go in and kind of go to the elevator, go somewhere else, like that's where my imagination was going. And then I made the side over here pretty much to be more basis of like the emergency room of where you're gonna go in, and I put more double doors there. So my vision was like if stretchers needed to come through, like I do a lot of imagination when I'm building, even though the Sims aren't gonna use that. But that's what I did, and I went for a lot of foliage and greenery on the lot because I actually, when I demolished it, I didn't realize how big the lot actually was. The original hospital is actually 10 times more just concrete than anything. The building, of course, is more of a U shape. It's not that big, and it doesn't have a lot of stuff in it. So when I demolished it, I was like, whoa. I was like, this is bigger than I thought. So this is the back lot, and I guess like you could kind of imagine if this is like how I set it up, like this is more of like a quote-unquote parking area. Emergency personnel are coming this way, but if you want it, turn it around and make this be the front of your hospital. It's whatever works for you. But even with this being the back, I still wanted to put that little medical sign there, so it still kind of has, no matter which way you go, there's still a form of an entrance that's welcoming. And then I wanted to put like a little picnic area where nurses would take breaks, where loved ones would go and kind of chillax, or, you know, smokers break. But yeah, I didn't want to do too much because it's not a house. It's still a hospital, and I was kind of visioning my own local hospital. And one of the viewers from TikTok had mentioned like a garden, and it actually had triggered from when my son was in the hospital in St. Louis, and they had a nice little flower garden to take the kids, or if you need to walk and just breathe. So that's what this little area like made me think of, and kind of how I put it together. Not too overly floral or too much going on, but it's still an area where you could just sit down if you wanted to come and eat outside, be around some flowers, and kind of put that together, and it filled up that opening space there. For some reason, there's part of the roof that keeps glitching. I have hit delete on every level. I don't know where it is. I've gone all the way up, I've gone all the way down. I don't know why it's glitching, so if you can figure it out, go for it. But at this point, I just don't go over there. Or I just don't see it. But over on this side, I did put another parking lot because you can't put cars in that off-lot parking lot. So, you know, when I take pictures, I kind of just make sure it's not in there, because it does look kind of weird having double parking lot there. But it works out. I finally found a use for this fire escape. I've been trying to use this fire escape, I think, ever since I got Get to Work. I think I used it once on one of my apartment buildings, but I was like, yes, I finally, like, I feel like this is the perfect use for it. And it did. I just had to shrink it down a little bit and put it there. But I really, really loved how this turned out. So we're going to go ahead and zoom on inside and go through the front doors. So this in my head is the like original entrance to the hospital. Like if you're coming to visit someone, if you're, you know, not exactly an emergency, because on the right hand side you have the elevators, and then we have the x-ray room and the treadmill room. And I didn't want to put them too far away from the emergency area, and then made the basic waiting area not too heavy, put a little kids section over there. I guess I could have put that over on the other side as well, but I don't know, I just felt like it kind of fit in that corner. I didn't really have a space for it on the other side. But yeah, I just wanted to make it very light and airy. I didn't want to do too much decor, because it's a hospital and I don't think we need to go too overboard. It's not scary, but it's not overly loud and busy because there's enough going on. But enough to show that, hey, people can come in here. It is a hospital. These two rooms I didn't put too much emphasis on because, I mean, we don't use them that often. The x-ray room, you know, of course I want to put an x-ray on the wall, put a little desk there for if a doctor needed to come in, sit down. We don't really have doctors sit down in there. I didn't want to leave it completely blank, you know. I did not put these two rooms in the gallery because they're pretty simple and easy, and I mean, if you guys want them in the gallery, I guess let me know. I put two inspiring posters on the wall because I thought that was pretty fitting for the treadmill room, and then a little area where you can get dressed. Again, simple, basic, straight to the point for when you need to use it when your sim comes into the hospital, whether they be sick or you need to test someone in the doctor field. A little mini sitting area over there. I kind of had these visions of when like I've gone to the hospital and kind of what my hospital has. There's waiting rooms everywhere. Like, that's just hospitals. You gotta wait for everything. So now we're gonna go through these doors that are gonna take us into the emergency room waiting room. So I do have two reception desks, and when I play, it kind of just flip-flops back and forth where the receptionist is actually sitting. Someone had an accident in the bathroom. I just copy and pasted all the bathrooms too, by the way. Just one of them is bigger than the other two, but there are 3 bathrooms here. But another just basic waiting room for the emergency room. There's the double doors. My vision was, you know, emergency personnel coming through there, quick open. I put some vending machines, some magazines, because my hospital actually got really busy. I feel like it got busier than my other hospitals, like I said before. And they actually were using them. Like, they're actually using the things in the hospital, which is like, okay, I don't feel like my time was wasted. But yeah, I like that little emergency room section. So now we're going to go to the nurse's station and where our exam rooms are. Those are all just copy and paste as well. Same room, same look. We will go into those. This is where the nurses work. I did put one of the analyzation things over there. The other one is, I think, meant for scientists, but I kind of liked it just because it had like beakers and stuff. So if you wanted to, you could add 2 of the examination ones. So you actually have 2 nurses working, or if you need to work on one and the other one's working. But I just did it for aesthetics pleasing to the eye because I feel like it just fit. I don't know if there will ever be a doctor or anyone touch it. I've never seen them, but I've always seen them on that one. Put the wraparound nurses station with the counters. And then I put 2 desks with computers on there. So, you know, it looks like they're working on computers, but pretty basic exam room. And the bigger bathrooms down there. I need to put another exam bed down there because that's what I originally had in that space where the IV is. But I don't know why I deleted it and then I forgot to put it back. So this is what all the exam rooms look like. I just made one, copy paste it. This exam room is in the gallery. So if you would like this exam room, just go check it out. And then you can use as many as you want or however you want. But yeah, I just copy pasted. Boom, 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 all the same room, kept it basic, no difference. It wasn't that big of a deal. And then, you know, a couple chairs here and there, bigger bathroom. I think someone had an accident in that one too. Everyone's having accidents in my bathroom. It's like we need to get a janitor up in here, but didn't put much emphasis on the bathroom. It's a bathroom. Another sitting area, and then we're gonna take a look from this view of the, emergency room side. I think it's cute. I like it. I didn't do too much, but didn't do too little. Now, the surgery room, you can get this surgical room in the gallery, and I have used it for birthing. I've used it for surgery with my sim that had to go in and take surgery. If you are using the realistic birthing mod sim, all you have to do is hold shift and left click, and you can change the bed to the natural birth or the C-section bed. If you want to keep the normal surgery machine, then it is, you just switch it back or keep it how it is. But yeah, you can get this entire room in my gallery. I don't think it's under CC, but it might be because of my mod that I use for the realistic birthing mod, but I don't remember. But when in doubt, just hit the CC one if you have it, and then it'll all add in for you. So I only put one surgical room in because I didn't really need to. But if you don't have the birthing mod, the upstairs is very spacious, and you could use that for actual like hospital bedding if you wanted to. And I think here I wanted to show you what the entries look like when you walk through. I don't know why, because it's a different vision. I know, we're just gonna do whatever we do here. But another thing that I wanted to say while we're going through this walkthrough, I don't have actual stairs in this build. I use I believe it's called the Wii elevator. I think I did a video clip on it from Little Miss Sam. And normally when I use that mod, I put in stairs. I did not put in actual stairs in this hospital. I only have the elevator. So if you don't have that mod, I would advise you to put stairs in the tower where I put mine and just have them like wrap around, you know? But other than that, and then the private practice blue and green sign if you don't have that one. But this is our room upstairs, and when you walk in, you're going to see the cafeteria. There's the elevator that you will be able to come up to if you have that mod. But I added the cafeteria. I did add like the food cart I got from high school years. You can't actually use it, but it is aesthetically pleasing because your cafeteria is going to have food in the hospital. But I did put the mini fridge and the other cooler, the microwave, and there's a coffee pot downstairs and a coffee pot upstairs. So when your Sims are here, you know, having babies, they need to eat, they're here for a while. Or like I had one job and it said I needed to drink coffee. So, you know, perfect cafeteria. And then I put in some more vending machines. And then over here is our doctor's office. And so I think it's very homey. I mean, I personally have never been in an actual doctor's office, so I'm just going off of the TV shows. I assume this is what they look like. We're gonna go with that. But they have their degrees on the wall. They have their awards that they got for being an awesome doctor. Fingers crossed that they're an awesome doctor. They have their own little coffee espresso maker, a couch. Give them some posters of science on the wall, and bada bing, bada boom, you have a doctor's office. And then over here is pretty much specified on my realistic birthing mod that I had said. I only put one quote unquote recovery room, and then the nursery was one that I've always wanted in a hospital because I feel like you're having babies here. We should have a nursery. The nursery is also in my gallery. I believe it is under CC because I have that changing table and it is a CC item. Other than that, everything else should be either DLC or base game. That's the only reason why it's modded. We have nice nursery music playing, and if I could get some fake babies and put in there, that would be fantastic. And then you can always walk by and look at the babies. And then it's pretty spacious up here. We're going to go into this room as well. And it's a pregnancy. Of course, a woman's water broke. But this is the Panda Sama. I need to stop doing that. Panda Sama realistic birthing mod room that you can get in my gallery. Again, you have to make sure you have the CC to get the birthing pool, the ball, and the birthing pillows. And it does work when you put it in the hospital. I have given birth to various Sims in this hospital, and there will be a video coming up of how I do that, so keep your eye out on that if it hasn't already come out. I don't know which order I'm going to be putting these out, but you can get that in the gallery. I love that room. It's very homey if you have a Sim that just wants to have a home-like experience in the hospital that doesn't want to give birth downstairs. This is the the very sad, very small recovery room. My recovery room, even giving birth, was probably a little bit bigger than this. I will probably go back and add some pictures, make it a little bit more welcoming, but you get a TV, you get the baby, you get a bed, and you get a chair. I didn't even give her, I should probably put windows at least in here. I didn't even think about that. So I will probably put some windows in here. I didn't add this to the gallery because I didn't think it was really needed. And then we have another bathroom up here. So pretty much if you have a birthing mom up here, she's pretty much set. The food's here, the bed's here, the bathroom's here. You won't have to be going up and down the stairs. Unless you have her to go walking, she may go up and down the elevator. I'm not really sure. And then going up top, when it gets dark, those are actually more of like a magenta. I wanted them to be red, kind of to specify this is where a helicopter would land. And then that elevator is just a deco elevator. The other two are the CC elevators. But sometimes I do have random Sims generate up there when you go to the lot and just have them go back down and then they just go there. So they just take the whole elevator all the way up, but it's still fun. But I had a lot of fun doing this. Like I said, you can get this entire build in my gallery. Make sure to click the CC button so it does come up. Like I said, if you don't have the mods in the CC items, then those items just won't show up. Especially if you don't have the elevator, you will have to add stairs. I don't know, I didn't think about adding stairs. So you'll just have to monitor that and change that how you need it. But I hope you like it. I love how it turned out. Yeah, this is, I made a private practice hospital and I think I rushed it. Like I like it, but I don't love it. But this is the exact look that was in my head. My base idea was off of that brick square in the center. For some reason, I closed my eyes and that's the first thing I saw was, okay, there's going to be a focal point of this brick tower. And then everything else just kind of went together with it. And I just pieced it piece by piece. I did this live on TikTok as well. And it was a lot of fun kind of seeing it all come together. And also hide my anxiety because, like I said, I didn't realize the lot was as big as it was. But I hope you enjoy it. Hope you can check it out. Be sure to check out all the links down below and where you can get the mods that I'm using. And remember to write down the cheats so you can edit your own lot and just have fun with it. And I hope you enjoy it and hope you can check out some of the lives over on TikTok as well. And make sure to thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe, and hit that little bell so you don't miss any of the next videos. So have a fantastic day or night wherever you are. And this is Luna, Galaxy out.